Last year, I was getting a lot of questions from people who are following me on Instagram that wanted to find a pelvic floor physical therapist. And at that time, there were about 3 directories online that I knew about that were easy to find a therapist. And then I realized something whenever I would go to these directories, if I had to estimate it, about 90% of the faces were white women. And that's great for them, but I knew that we existed. I knew that we had clinics and we wanted to find our people, and that we were looking to, really fund the businesses that we had started. And I realized that I was helping people who already had a platform, right? And I was pushing their platform. Every time someone would ask me, how can I find a pelvic floor physical therapist near me? I would send them to people who already have the visibility. So then that's when I realized, where is our space? The school that I went to for physical therapy was primarily white, right? And it's also just a factual thing. About 5% of all physical therapists, not just pelvic floor, is people of color. So it's understandable that most people are going to be white, but I wanted to figure out a way to help our clients and our patients find us, because some of them are not going to go simply because they don't trust their provider. And so that was a big part of it for me, is that I wanted to create a platform for people of color to find professionals who look like them, but also I wanted us to find each other.
What you said about visibility is important, because when we share with our potential clients, someone who's interested in working with us, go to this directory.
Right.
We're actually supporting their business to grow.
Right.
And
Absolutely.
So you found a way to support minority women.
Yes.
Minority pelvic floor physical therapists to grow their visibility,
right,
as well as their businesses. Can you tell me about some of your proudest moments in the past year?
Absolutely. I remember when we were having a meeting for the pelvic floor physical therapist women of color. It was on Zoom, and we were talking about how the directory has impacted us. And there was one person on there particularly that I remember, and she said that she had been looking for patients for several months. This was in 2022. And a couple of months after we launched the directory, she found her first client. She found her first client, and she was actually on the verge of giving up. That for me was a really huge moment, and also just getting messages from other pelvic floor physical therapists who are trying to get their business off the ground. Women in Florida, women in New York, and they're like, wow, I have 3 clients that I'm working with, or 3 patients who are with me because of this directory. And I'm just really excited, because it's not just about one person. It's not just about the patients finding us. It's also about us finding our patients, and also us finding each other, so that we don't feel so isolated.
What's your vision for the next year?
My vision is for us to actually start intentionally marketing the directory, number one, to create a nonprofit for the directory so we can get people who are willing to invest and sponsor and really support us. To grow in numbers, because there are much more than 200 women. Right now, we have around 200. I can't even imagine how many women are around that don't even know about this platform.
Who would have loved to be here,
right?
If they knew about it.
And who need the support, right? So definitely that, and I want to provide more opportunities for women who are not getting the visibility for their business, who are struggling just to keep the doors open, to possibly place an ad on the directory. So instead of scrolling through and possibly going to someone who already has a ton of clients, to see their practice, to see what they have to offer to really help our women thrive in their businesses. I know. She's like AirPods. So go ahead and stand up. We are sitting. So first we're just gonna spread our legs, and then just bend on over like you're trying to touch the ground beneath you. Try and relax your bottom, the back of your hamstrings, and just let your arms hang.